Bonjour and welcome to Le Cordon Bleu Paris. Thank you so much for being with us today for this live presentation of our bachelor's programs. Do make sure that you stay tuned for the entire video with us today. We have a little surprise for you at the very end. So we're going to be together for the next 15 to 20 minutes to present you our bachelor's programs. But first, we're going to start having a little chat with the pedagogical coordinator of the two programs here at the Institute. This is Culinary. Hello, colleague.
Hello, Philippe.
Thank you for being with us today. Could you maybe tell us, to start with, a bit more of an explanation of what the two programs, the two bachelors that we run here are all about?
Yes, with pleasure. Actually, I'm delighted to have the opportunity to present to you the content and the general organization of the Bachelor program. So our 3-year program, the Bachelor program, is actually designed to train future managers and assistant managers in both culinary art and hospitality fields.
Okay.
It's a blend of professional, academic, and international experiences. The program is based on both common classes and specialization classes. The common classes are mainly focused on managerial, leadership, and communication skills and knowledges through classes like, for example, human resources, marketing, business, tourism, and financial management. The common classes are focused as well on French culture and gastronomy. So if the students would like to stay in France after graduation, they will know a little bit better about our culture and our general environment. For example, you will have wine tasting classes or food history classes.
Okay.
The specialization classes will be more focused on practical and concrete knowledges and know-how to be able to reach the standards expected by both culinary art and hospitality fields. So for example, in first year, you will be introduced during the first term to cuisine, pastry, and boulangerie. You will spend 120 hours in the kitchen. And during the second term, you will be introduced to hospitality field with experts meeting. You will have the chance to meet experts working in palaces and a 4-star hotel, and to interact with them to be able to understand a little bit their daily job.
Okay, so there's definitely a lot of blended learning into the program, since we do have a few very hands-on practical classes, but not only, of course, because there's a lot of managerial classes as well that are included into the program. Can you just very quickly tell us a bit more about these different types of classes?
Yeah, actually, I really would like to insist on the fact that we have very innovative pedagogical method here at the Institute, and especially in the Bachelor program, because all our classes are taught by experts, and they insist really on the fact that they have interactive classes with a lot of participation, debate, group work, because the purpose of all these classes is to help the students to improve their communication and leadership skills. We have also a lot of outgoings to be able to visit different hotels, restaurants, and to interact with a lot of professionals during the studies.
Okay, thank you so much, Colin, for this introduction to the programs. We will see you again at the very end of our little tour of the Institute, but first we're going to start and have a little chat with one of our students on the program. So if you would like to follow me, now we're going to ask a couple of questions on one of our current students on the bachelor's degree, Marco. Hello, Marco, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, how about you?
I'm doing well, thank you for asking. Thank you for taking the time to answer a couple of our questions today. Can you just briefly introduce yourself to our viewers?
Yeah, so hi, my name is Marco. I'm German American, and I'm here at Cordon Bleu in my second year in the International Hospitality Program.
Great. So second year, that means that you have already done your first year internship as part of the program.
Yes.
What did you do? Where were you?
So I was in the United States, in Florida, and I worked as a receptionist in an IHG hotel.
Okay, great. Did you like it? Did you enjoy it?
I did like it. It was a bit challenging at first time working in a hotel, but it was fun overall, and it was great to apply my skills that I learned here.
Okay, great. So you have done an international internship, you come from a dual nationality background, and you have a lot of international classmates here. Can you just maybe tell us a bit more about the international aspect of the program?
Yeah, so as you said, there are a lot of different nationalities here, and at first that can be a challenge to some students, but it's a great thing to adapt, especially being in this program and the industry being such an international environment as it is. So it's great to meet people from different nationalities, different cultures, and it's really, in the end, we all kind of bond together in our own way, and it's great for the future for all of us in this industry.
Great. one last question for you before I let you go to your class. Just want to ask you about your future career plan. Of course, you already have something that's quite defined in the hospitality industry, but where do you see yourself upon graduation?
Yeah, so I hope to find a company and I can work my way up in and hopefully be a general manager or something like this in the future.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much, Marco. I know you have a class right now, so why don't you accompany us to your class and we'll ask a couple of your fellow students a few questions.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
So on this floor of the Institute, actually, there's a bunch of different classes that includes the management classes that we have, but also for the other programs, some of the demonstration classes for culinary arts, and we also have a classroom dedicated to the wine and management program as well. Hi, Mrs. Block. Sorry to interrupt your class. Do you have a few minutes for a couple of questions?
Sure.
Awesome. Can you tell us what the students are doing today in your class?
Yes, it's a workshop during 1 week about service and customer experience in restaurant and hotel industry. Okay, working during 1 week. The first day, I give the different stage of the services before, during, and after the customer come. It's really important to have a contact, to have a really good relationship with the customer before you arrive, so you know what you want, what sort of activity, experience during this day. Okay? And the first day is this one. I give some example of hotel or restaurant or different sort of experience, activity is possible in the hotel, which each customer, and after I separate the group of the students, and each group working with a new project, a new things in different area, in different regions. Someone have an art hotel in the south of France, another one a bubble hotel in Paris. We work differently. And in the end of the week, we present to everybody the project. And after that, another student give a feedback of what they like, what they don't like, and work in the new project, so give a new ideas together. Because it's really important in the hotel. If your hotel is very nice decoration, is the top level of the place and see that, the customer remembers the good services in this one, and the new experience, a new emotion. I want the student working a lot with the 5 senses.
Very interesting. Well, thank you so much for telling us a bit more about what the students are doing in class today. Can we ask a couple questions to one of your students as well?
Sure, it's not a problem.
Alrighty. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, Junho. Hi, Demray. Sorry to interrupt you just for a couple of minutes. Can you tell us just a bit more about the project that you're currently working on? So maybe start to introduce yourself to our viewers and tell us a bit more about your project.
Of course. I'm Jemre. I'm a second-year bachelor student in the program of Business and Culinary Arts. And today we're in an applied management course, and we're getting into details of service and client experience. And now we're working with Madame Valerie, and she is really allowing us to think more detailed about real service and client experience. And this is actually really interesting because we already had the basic theoretical classes, and now this week we're really getting into the detail and thinking like a real case study. So yeah.
Alrighty. Well, thank you so much. We won't bother you anymore. Just go back to your fantastic project. Thank you so much for taking the time to answer a couple of questions with us. And we'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. So now that we have seen one class in action, we're going to go into another class that the sommelier is preparing for right after. Follow me. Hi. Hi, Clément. Sorry to disturb you before your class.
That's quite all
Can
right.
we just ask you a couple of questions about the wine in the bachelor's program?
Absolutely.
So, well, I know that you're going to start teaching
Yeah.
to the students. Can you just tell us a bit more about this class?
Absolutely.
And just generally speaking, why it's important to learn the basics of wine in this program?
Sure. So the bachelors here, what we do together over the 3 years they're here at the institute, we give them about 100 years of wine teaching, spread throughout the 3 years, and it's all about giving them the fundamental information on how to feel more at ease, more confident with the product and with the cultural aspect or notions that revolve around the wine. So both historical notions, the traditions, the regions themselves, which we include the spirits. We do include the French spirits into the program. And this allows us to give them confidence, and whenever they arrive in their internships and or their career, whether they're going to become hoteliers or work more in the kitchen aspect, in the culinary aspect, they will be confident and therefore not only able to make their own choices, but also to talk about the wine they love so much in a professional manner to the guests.
So if we understand you well, the idea is not to become a sommelier or a wine expert,
Not
but
really, no.
just to really get a very good grasp of
Absolutely.
what it is to work in this field, generally speaking,
Absolutely.
and gain that general knowledge, right?
Absolutely. The level of skills, the level of expertise to become a sommelier is truly something else. However, this class is also here to trigger a passion. Some of the students within the bachelor programs follow their life at the institute with the wine programs we have. But the most important element for us is to bring professionals, hotelier professionals, with more confidence with the wine aspect of business.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Clément, for your
You're
time.
welcome.
We're not going to disturb you any longer before your next class starts, so
That's
thank you
quite all
again. And for us, if you would like to follow me, we're going to go into one of the other classes that our students are following as part of their bachelor's program, and it's one of the culinary classes. So now we're going to take a look at one of the culinary classes with the students. In the first year of the bachelor's degree, the students have a few culinary classes, and they also have a culinary module during the second year of the program. This applies to the students whether they have chosen the International Hospitality Management specialization or the Culinary Arts one. So let's go ahead and take a look. Today they're working in the pastry making section of the program. So they're making a Paris-Brest, and we're going to ask one of our students what she thinks about that part of the program. Follow me. Sorry to bother you, Chef Corentin. Sorry to interrupt. Hi, guys. Hi. Can we just ask a couple of questions to one of your students for a minute?
Yes, of course.
Thank you so much. Sorry. Hi, Christina. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Great. Do you have 1 minute for a couple of questions for us?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you so much. Let's come on the side. Well, first of all, if you can just start to introduce yourself a little bit, that would be awesome.
My name is Christina. I'm from Kiev, Ukraine, and I'm a bachelor student in international hospitality.
Okay. So in the first year of your program, you started to learn a little bit about culinary and hospitality management, as you said. But in terms of your professional project, what do you want to do in the future?
After my graduation, my career goal is to become a general manager of the hotel in Paris.
And so in Paris, so you started to learn French as well a little bit?
Yeah, I speak French.
Awesome.
I
Oh,
lived
okay.
here and I did my high school in Paris.
Okay, wonderful. And so here you're in a class where there's a lot of culinary things that are involved, obviously, but it's not the main component of the program. So how do you see it fit within the whole management program?
I like it a lot because we learn a lot of theory in our classes, and I like to apply the knowledge we have in the kitchen, and it's very nice to understand how the kitchen operates. So it's very useful for my future and my career. Even though I want to be in the management position, it's very important to understand how it is behind the kitchen and the restaurant walls, everything that we don't see as clients.
Good. Thank you so much for your time, Christina. Back to the Paris-Brest.
Yeah.
Alrighty, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Come with me, we're going to take a look at what the chef is doing as well with the students. So Chef Corentin, tell us, today you made the Paris-Brest with the students from the bachelor's program. Can you tell us just a bit more about what you just made?
Yes, so it's a master class with our students. So step by step we are making the different stuff and the students follow me. So today we made a different shape with the Paris-Brest. So the classic one, the small one and the curvy one to finish.
Right. Well, thank you so much. Sorry again to interrupt the class, but it was very interesting to be able to talk to you and one of our students as well. And now we're just going to go to the next person that we need to talk to today.
Thank
You
you
can
very
follow
much.
me again. Thank you so much. Bye, guys.
Bye. Bye.
Okay, so now we're going to meet again with Colleen, the pedagogical coordinator of the program, to ask you a couple of questions about maybe the internships, the professional insertion upon graduation of these two batches.
Yes, actually, the internship is the most important part of your training here at the Institute. You will have 11 months of internship to do between the first year and the second year of the program. At the end of the first year of the program, you will have a 5-month internship to do here in Paris. You can choose to do it in an hotel or in a restaurant, depending on your professional project. And it will be an opportunity for you to have a French experience on your resume if you would like to stay in France after graduation and work in a French company. At the end of the second year of the program, you will have a 6-month internship to do, and depending on your professional project, you can do it in France again, or you can travel abroad and do it in another country, even in your own country if you want to open your own business in your country after graduation. I just would like to insist on the fact that your professional project is the most important thing for us. So basically, we will provide you a personal follow-up with our career department, and we will help you to build your professional project step by step to be sure that at the end of this diploma, you will have the right and the good opportunity for you after graduation.
Okay, thank you so much, Colleen. Thank you so much again for joining us today. Maybe a couple of words for those of you who might be interested in joining us onto the bachelor's programs. It is a very straightforward and simple 2-step process. The first step is to apply through either our website or through one of us in terms of the recruiters that are here to help you out in your application. The second step is an interview with you, Colleen, as well as with the admissions department. So again, a 2-step process, and the students get their admissions answer within about 5 to 10 days upon submitting their complete application. Thank you again so much for joining us today. We really had a great pleasure to show you around the campus, to meet with the students, the coordinator, and some of the professors on the program. We hope you had a great time as well. Do not forget one little thing. I told you at the very beginning of this video that we were promising you a little surprise. Make sure that you click on the link on the Facebook page, the Facebook page, because we have a little surprise for you. There's a few things to win, actually, if you have paid attention throughout the entire video. Thank you again so very much for your attention. We're here to answer any questions that you may have. You can leave someone in the comments, or you can contact us by email. The address is paris@cordonbleu.edu, paris@cordonbleu.edu. We'll look forward to receiving your applications, and we'll look forward to seeing you soon here in Paris. Thank you. Bye-bye.